As soon as I walked into the courtroom, my mom rolled her eyes in disgust and my dad couldn't even look at me. There are moments in life that hit you like a punch to the gut, when you realize the people who were supposed to love you most were actually monsters. For me, that moment wasn't just about my own pain, but about uncovering a truth so chilling, it would tear my entire world, and my family, to shreds. The story. My name is Anna, and for most of my 31 years, I was the family ghost. The one they pretended didn't exist, the failure, the dropout, the disappointment. Can you imagine that feeling? Like you're just a stain on their perfect picture. It all came to a head in a courthouse in Omaha, Nebraska. My parents, you see, were trying to evict their tenant, a woman named Claire. And why? Because Claire had the audacity to ask for repairs, like fixing a leaky ceiling and black mold in her daughter's bedroom, before paying rent on a building that was literally falling apart. My parents, who owned 3 rental properties inherited from my grandfather, ran them like their own personal feudal kingdom. They just collect their taxes, no questions asked. Claire had lived in one of their apartments for 2 years, always paying on time, until the mold and leaks started. She withheld rent, demanded repairs. My parents' response? Eviction papers. My mother, in a rant to my sister Melissa a few weeks before, had called the black mold a little moisture. A little moisture. That phrase still makes my blood boil. I only found out about the case through Melissa, my younger sister. She's 28, still living at home, still very much under their thumb. She mentioned it casually during one of our rare phone calls, completely unaware that in the 7 years since I walked out of their lives, I'd been clawing my way through law school. I worked 3 jobs, slept in my car more times than I could count, and finally passed the bar exam. I did it all alone. Not a single dollar, not one word of encouragement from them. They didn't even know I'd gone to college, let alone become an attorney. The day I walked out at 19, my father had thrown my belongings onto the front lawn. "You're nothing," he'd screamed. "You'll never amount to anything without us." My mother just stood in the doorway, arms crossed, chillingly adding, "Don't come crawling back when you fail." I never did. Not when I was sleeping in my car behind a grocery store, surviving on vending machine snacks. Not when I was so exhausted from overnight shifts I could barely stay awake in class. I never asked for help. I'd rather starve than swallow my pride and beg from people who'd made it so perfectly clear I was worthless. Now, as we walked toward that courtroom, I watched my mother smooth her expensive blouse, adjust her pearls. Appearances. Always appearances. My father, in his tailored suit, looked the picture of respectability. They told everyone at their country club they only had one daughter, Melissa, who worked as a receptionist at their dentist's office, and let them control every aspect of her life. "I don't know why you even came," my mother muttered as we neared the courtroom doors. "This doesn't concern you." I just smiled, said nothing. Let them think I was just there to watch. Let them think I was still that broken girl they'd thrown away. Inside, the air was thick with a heavy tension. Claire sat at the defendant's table, her hands clasped, a small woman in her 40s, wearing a dress that had clearly seen better days. Her eyes were red-rimmed, pure exhaustion etched onto her face. This wasn't just about an apartment for her. This was about keeping a roof over her daughter's head. My parents took their seats on the plaintiff's side. My mother actually gestured for me to sit in the gallery behind them, like I was some errant child. Full story on the channel. Link below. Click now and watch what happened next.